So this meeting is adjourned. And now I'd like to call to order the next special meeting on September 8th, Monday, 2014. And we are all here. And I would like a motion for the following to go into executive session for item 3.1. The City Council will meet for consultation with the City Attorney for legal advice and consultation to consider its position and instruct its attorneys regarding the public body's position regarding agreements related to McDowell Road commercial corridor improvements. 3.2, the city will meet for consultation with the city attorney to receive legal advice regarding ongoing disclosure requirements regarding the municipal continuing disclosure initiative. 3.3, the City Council will meet with the City Attorney for legal advice and consultation to consider its position and to provide instruction and direction to the City Attorney, City Manager regarding City's position in connection with contractual negotiations associated with the sale of real estate to the Basis Schools, Inc. And so do I hear a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Second.
I heard a motion from Councilman Stipp and a second from Councilman Laura Tano.
Mayor?
Yes.
I will be recusing myself from one of the items on the agenda this evening.
Okay,
Conflict
so
of
do I need a
interest.
motion to recuse?
She does that. That's her disclosure, and we'll just note.
So we'll just note that. Okay, so I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Campbell,
Aye.
Councilmember Stipp,
Aye.
Councilmember Holman,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Pizzillo,
Aye.
Councilmember Osborne,
Aye.
Councilmember Loretano, Mayor Lord,
Aye.
passes 7-0.
So I'm going to adjourn this meeting, and we'll go in and you can have a break. So meeting adjourned.
No, it's,
This meeting is adjourned, and now we'll reconvene for a special meeting. I already did that.
No,
Sorry
you're-
about that.
You're in recess.
Special
You're in
meeting
recess.
is not adjourned. We all here? Okay, so I need to adjourn the executive session and reconvene the special session. We're now in special session. Just a minute, I got to read it to you a second. Okay. All right, we have one item on the business, and that is to consider authorizing the city manager to execute a letter of intent with the Basis Schools, Inc. for the sale of 11 acres of land located approximately at the intersection of West Sherman Street and West Goodyear Boulevard North for the construction of a kindergarten through 12th grade campus. And Bob Beckley, Deputy City Manager, will present.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight, we have a request to accept a letter of intent to purchase 11 acres of the city site near the intersection of West Goodyear, Yuma, and Astoria Parkway. Basis Schools contacted the city looking for property. After meeting with staff, considerable occasions, number of occasions, they came up with a recommendation to purchase 11 acres. We looked at the property that we have along Astoria on the city 100-acre site, and the site that looked to be the most promising was a site on the south side of it, right at the intersection of West Sherman and Goodyear Boulevard. 11 acres would be placed on the location of Sherman Boulevard, the alignment there, and that would allow the complete use of the rest of the parcel. The current location also permits location of properties along the frontage of Astoria Parkway. A number of discussions were held negotiating the terms of the request to purchase, along with a number of requests. The most notable was the infrastructure requirement. There is, we estimate, $3.5 million of infrastructure that would be built along the perimeter of the Basis proposed site, as well as, and more importantly, completion of the Goodyear Boulevard, the signal at the intersection of West Goodyear and Astoria, West Sherman, the north half of West Sherman, along with any utilities that would have to be extended, water and sewer, namely. Now, the proposed improvements really serve two purposes. One, was one of the requests of the basis, but more importantly, it really opens up the site for development. It allows a site-ready development with only minimal extensions of utilities and also road access. It also just presents the site as being marketable. It really adds to the marketability. So you're able to visualize what you're going to build in that location. City attorney and the finance director, I believe, negotiated with the parties, and they brought forth the deal before you tonight. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions you have of any of the deal points or the infrastructure that's proposed.
Thank you. Are there any speaker cards? Would anybody in the audience like to speak? Then could I please have a motion and a second to approve a letter of intent to purchase an 11-acre parcel at the intersection of West Sherman Street and West Goodyear Boulevard, North Goodyear, Arizona. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
To sell, not to
Second.
purchase, right?
To sell.
To sell.
So,
I think the mayor said purchase.
Well, let me see what it says in here because I read what it said.
The letter of intent is to purchase property from the
The
city.
intent to purchase 11 acre.
Oh,
I
they're,
said it.
They're
Purchasing from us.
purchasing from us. So moved.
Second.
I heard a motion by Councilman Loretano and a second by Councilman Campbell. Open for council discussion. Vice Mayor Pizzillo.
Can you just break down the 3.5 million, where that's coming from?
The $2.5 million is a carryover from the original monies allocated in the CIP for the construction of West Goodyear and also for the traffic signal and the decel lane on Astoria. There was an extra $1 million that it added to this amount to cover the total infrastructure, and that is coming from, at least this fiscal year, year 15, $1 million will come from the community center funding that was budgeted.
Okay.
Now, that funding is going to be restored probably in a future year with the pavement management monies that have been set aside, and I think it's in 17. So the community center funding will be restored to that $9 million level.
Okay. And part of that $1 million is what infrastructure fronts the school, that's correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Stipp?
aye.
Councilmember Holman?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Pizzillo?
Nay.
Councilmember Osborne?
Aye.
Councilmember Loretano?
Aye.
Councilmember Campbell?
Aye.
Mayor Lord?
Aye.
Passes 6-1.
All right, thank you. With that, I think we're ready to adjourn this meeting. Thank you, everybody. Meeting adjourned.
So Stip, we're gonna grab her what? Too late or?
Okay.